And this matter is the state of Nevada versus Simpson.
On September 8, 2008, Nevada District Court Judge Jackie Glass presided over the case against O.J. Simpson.
If you're here to become famous because of your participation in this case and write a book, quite honestly, folks, this is not the case for you.
From the moment of his arrest to the cops, the judge, the prosecutor, the jury, it was all about the Los Angeles case, every second of it. It was difficult to find jurors who didn't already have their minds made up about O.J.
Your decision in this case should be based upon all of the evidence presented during the trial and not based on any preconceived prejudice or bias. Anybody know of Mr. Simpson? Raise your hands. Come on, raise those hands.
It was all, let's get O.J.
4 of Simpson's accomplices accepted plea deals in exchange for their testimony against him.
Not only were charges dropped, they were given immunity to say whatever they wanted to say during the trial.
There was one target in this case. It was O.J. Simpson.
Clarence C.J. Stewart remained loyal to O.J. and was the only accomplice who refused to testify against him. Stewart faced 6 felony counts and was tried alongside Simpson.
I say I'm trying to stand up for what's right, do what's right. I refuse to lie on Mr. Simpson.
Tom Riccio, who helped O.J. plan the bungled sting operation, was granted immunity in exchange for his testimony.
I refuse to be a witness for the defense. I refuse to be a witness for the prosecution. I want to be a witness to the truth.
Riccio testified that Simpson was in charge of the operation, and the prosecution submitted Riccio's audio recordings as evidence.
It's hours and hours of tapes, before, during, and hours after the robbery.
The tapes revealed that he demanded no one to leave the room.
Don't let nobody out here.
That right then and there, we have a kidnapping or a coercion. I think clearly there were directions being given by Mr. Simpson. He was the ringleader of this whole operation.
I mean, it was definitely O.J. pulled the strings.
No one could deny that O.J. was saying to people, don't anybody leave the room. It pretty much proved the kidnapping.
Memorabilia dealer Al Beardsley surprised the court by empathizing with the man he accused of armed robbery.
He easily went on the stand and said, O.J. should not be in trouble for this.
Simpson was right. He was emotional. He was I had no problem with him.
While Al Beardsley was testifying, he straight up blatantly called Tom Riccio a rat.
Riccio was the rat and the mastermind behind the whole thing.
So was Riccio the rat or the good guy?
Well, if having the tape makes me a rat, well, then I'm a rat. Who's the guy that called the police?
Simpson's accomplices, Michael McClinton and Walter Alexander, also took the stand and supported the prosecution's case that the sting operation turned into an armed robbery.
Mr. McClinton testified that Mr. Simpson said, hey, can you come along and look menacing, as well as asking him to display his weapon. But Mr. Alexander also testified about conversations he had with Mr. Simpson about needing security and whether to bring a weapon or not.
Asked me if we could watch his back, then he leaned forward and it was like, hey, do you think you can get some heat?
O.J. has always told me they didn't tell me they had guns. I didn't know they had guns.